Okay, here I am. I'm in the Adelphi Hotel in Liverpool. Beautiful place. Cheap as hell upstairs. Rough as hell, but nice down here. And yeah, today I've just been watching Sky News and I had to come down, get away from it. It's just irritating me now. The news again, all about strikes. And you know where I am on strikes because it's affected me in the pocket, not being able to get trains last week. Trains are back this week, so they're not on strike, which is good news. But God knows everyone else is going on strike. And we've just heard today that the teachers have balloted and they've decided to go on strike. Well, shall I say 53% of them decided to go on strike, and I have heard tales that the unions were bullying people into filling in their strike ballot replies, and there may even be some foul play around there. So lots and lots of teachers took a sensible decision, 47%, that it's just unfair to bring children into this government versus unions battle. And quite clearly, what's happening now, the unions are ganging together to try and bring this government down. Basically, they've seized the opportunity when the country's at its weakest, the economy's at its weakest, everyone's skint, everyone's weak. They know that this is their best opportunity. And it is really sickening. And I'm just fed up of hearing the same rubbish from another union leader, another one. We've had Mick Lynch, we've had Pat Cullen from the nurses. And they all say the same thing. We don't want to do this strike. Oh, we don't want to be on strike. None of them want to be on strike. They're only doing it to protect the safety and to protect others, to protect workers. No, they don't care about they happen to just throw in the 20% pay claim as well. And it is sickening the way they come up with the same rubbish. Our members we care. They took this job on as a vacation, as a teacher, as a nurse, as whatever. And of course they've taken on a vacation. Well, we all take a job on for money. Let's be fair. We work for money. Most of us would be sat at home, and most nurses, most teachers now were sat at home during COVID. Most bloody civil servants were. And they didn't lose any money like us self-employed guys. So yet again, the unions are coming up with the rubbish, and all we want is the government to sit around the table and to discuss. No, what they want is a 20% pay increase, but even that, I don't think will be any good. They want blood, and they want this government removed. February the 1st is a mass day of general strikes. Now everyone's going to be on strike, and to see that if we suddenly throw 20% pay rises at all these people, it would certainly cure the situation where people are leaving the professions. People are leaving the professions because of the pressure. They're leaving the nurses' professions to become nurses in agencies earning twice the money, and the teachers are leaving the profession to go as what's the word? It's the supply teachers, where they earn massive money, or they go private teaching. It's a joke to think that throwing extra money, 20% or even 50% pay rises at these people are suddenly going to cure all evils. No, it's not. We're in a hole. It's time that these people just settle down, go back to work, get off their ass, get back to work, stop being so bloody greedy. Think of young people. Think of yous. Poor kids now, been without education, proper education for 2 years, just getting back on their feet, and now they've got these massive strikes, weeks and weeks. Teachers neglecting children, kids taking their old GCSEs and their A levels going to be shortchanged, and we still got hospitals overrun with people, and they're going to go on strike to make things better. Yeah, great, thank you. Anyway, enough about strikes. You know how I feel. And then the other thing, of course, today is this: the government are coming up with this wonderful new soundbite, brilliant idea of curbing strikes, curbing demonstrations, curbing not industrial action, but curbing demonstrations. Now, great, fantastic, because there's nothing I hate more. Only thing I hate more than Mick Lynch, I think, is the Just Stop Oil gang and the Extinction Rebellion people stopping me doing my work. When I was stuck on the M25 for 6 hours, I wasn't impressed. And now she's coming up with these new laws. He's going to change the laws. To me, great. But it's all a bit empty, wishy-washy, because they've actually got laws. Actually, it's called the Public Highways Act, where they could actually, when people obstruct the highway, they can remove them, but they don't. So do you really think now there's these new laws they got? Now, the only thing is, there is a dangerous element to it, where they're allowed to break up a demonstration before it starts. They can break up a demonstration if they feel that it may obstruct the highway, may obstruct people's. Well, okay, brilliant. Okay, if it's a bunch of arseholes blocking a road, get rid of them before. Yeah, but there's a little bit of a dangerous element of here because I just got a feeling that they will be targeting certain types of demonstrations, and the police will still quite clearly go to demonstrations with their woke agenda, break up the any sign of a centre right demonstration, if it's UKIP or if it's Reform UK or if it's anyone remotely connected to Tommy Robinson or Katie Hopkins, that'll be broken up straight away. And possibly the Just Stop Oil, they might, instead of offering them tea, they might offer them coffee instead, and perhaps give them an extra couple of hours before they bring them down from their bridges. So I'm sceptic about the way things are going, but this government has to somehow stand firm against unions and against these idiots who are trying to bring this country down. I think things are improving slightly. Some great figures of the GDP from November, where it went up much to the sickening disappointment of Sky News and the BBC. They had to report that GDP didn't go down; it went up because of the World Cup, what have you, and that stuck in their throat. And now, of course, we can see inflation coming down. It's come down to 6.5% in America, and it's likely to come down rather quickly in this country. So the 20% pay rises, even the 10% pay rises, I'm sorry, Mr. Lynch and Miss Cullen and the other union commie Marxist gets. No, 5% is a reasonable amount, because inflation will be back down below 5% in a couple of months. I'm sure if we give you 10%, you wouldn't give us the other 5 back when inflation come back, would you? So let's hope the government can stand firm. Let's hope we can all just get through this winter period, and let's see if we can look after our kids, look after the important people in life, the sick and the infirm. By having strikes and trying to totally hold the country to ransom is not really the way the British people react, and let's get through it.